Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable week to this point. I am going to do my best to be as brief as possible. And I am streaming this on multiple platforms, so let me clarify something for the people on the uh, Black-owned community and networking page. This isn't our themed Thursday theme. This is me with my own personal thing, and I'm just streaming here. Tiffany will be here a little later to give you our Thursday theme. But here we are. It's Thankful Thursday, and I want to share just a little bit with you. Before I do, I want to remind people there is always going to be opportunities and offers to work with yours truly or to benefit from the resources that I create, which are meant to empower, to help you grow, to challenge you in a number of different ways. There are two programs in there that I really want to point you to. The first one is the Rapid Change Breakthrough Session. I think it's, buy one at half price, get one free. Unbelievable. Those sessions, just one of them is pretty awesome. And I'm giving you two for half the price of one. The next one is really big. It is the Bronze Coaching and Counseling Package, a 12 session over 12 to 24 weeks, depending on if we do it every week or bi-weekly. This is life-changing. It's a chance to really sit up and discover the habits that are working against you versus developing habits that will improve your performance, your success, your state of mind, your perspective. And that's some of the things we're going to talk about here on Thankful Thursday. But I'm offering that package, and I'm more than doubling it. If you get the package, the first 5 people who order it within the next 24 hours will get not 12 sessions, but 26 sessions. And I am gifting an additional package at no charge for you to gift to someone else as a year closeout, holiday gift, partnership accountability, whatever you want to do. So that's more than double the sessions and an additional package to equal it so that you can have somebody make that journey with you. It's an unbelievable value. It's only going to be available for the next 24 hours. And then after that, the offer is void. But that's that. Let's talk about Thankful Thursday. And I'm not going to keep you guys long today, but because I want to say what I want to say, and I want you to really think about this. We spend so much time hanging on to our pain that it literally incapacitates our ability to experience life in its fullness. We take a perspective of victimhood, what somebody has done to us, what somebody is doing and has done, and we hold on to that pain. The longer you hold on to pain, the more bitterness starts to creep in. The longer you hold on to pain, the tighter you become and the less capable you become in receiving love. Learn how to release the pain. Receive the love and the positive energy that people who care about you are sending to you. Forgive people who have failed you, not because they didn't fail you, or not because we have to get away from the idea that if I forgive you, it means you didn't do it. If I forgive you, then you're off. No, you holding on, trying to make somebody pay for something they did to you is an extremely draining process that rarely produces the results that you desire. It robs you of opportunities. It robs you of true framing and perspective and evaluation of moments and opportunities and situations that can advance you. And I'm not just talking about in relationships. A lot of times we're upset about what somebody done to us, and we're missing opportunities to grow in finance, missing opportunities to grow in business, missing opportunities to advance our career, missing opportunities to be better in ourselves so that we can experience life at the height it was meant to be experienced. We definitely have to learn how to let it go. We have to learn how to forgive. Forgiving is about releasing your energy to focus on something else and say, you did what you did. I'm going to let it go. You have to go do you, work on you. Maybe that person ends up being a part of your life. Maybe they don't. Maybe that company boss or whoever it is that you are holding on to that pain, that has to go in order to create space for the right thing. See, the thing is about perspective. How are you looking at things? See, if you take on the perspective of a victim, it's always someone else that's holding the power. Because for you to be a victim, it means you have no ability to change your situation. You have no ability to truly respond to it. You don't have the capacity to create what you want. So you're at the mercy of someone who is doing something that you don't like, approve of, or want to accept, but you don't have a chance. You got people who have become victims on their jobs. You have people who have become victims in relationships. You have people who are victims of past relationships. Why? Because they're consistently still holding on to the hurt they felt. They're consistently still holding on to the acrimonious energy that was sent their way versus sitting up and saying, you know what? I see what that is. I understand it. I'm moving on. You've got to release people. What happens? And some people are saying, well, Doc, how do you forgive? I forgive because I give and recognize the humanity in people. I no longer in my life demand perfection from people. Now I demand respect and reciprocation. And if you can't give me respect and reciprocation, then we can't be around each other. But I'm not running around pointing fingers, talking about how horrible you are. I'm not running around pointing fingers, talking about how terrible you did or what's going on or how you're over there doing that. I give you room for your humanity. And then based on how you're handling your humanity, then I will give you a certain level of space and opportunity and access to me. But see, the reason that I can recognize your humanity is because I've always already acknowledged mine. I've already acknowledged that I'm not perfect. I've already acknowledged that I don't do everything exactly the way it should be done. I already acknowledged that there are some decisions I wish I had to make over again. I've already acknowledged that. And in acknowledging my humanity, it gives me the capacity to recognize yours. And it sits up and says, if I can't expect it from myself, I've got to give people the space to be who they are, to live out their experiences, to grow from them. If I can help you, I will. If I can't, I'll create the necessary space to protect myself. But I'm not going to hold on to the anger. I'm not going to hold on to the pain. I'm not going to give you that much power. I'm not going to let you sit up and I'm looking up and I'm 5 years down the line still talking about what you did to me. What I'm going to do is sit up and say, okay, that one stung. But it's time for me to evaluate it and move on. It's not a recognition of how much a person or a group or a business or an opportunity or family members, whatever. It's not an indication of how valuable. It's an indication of a circumstantial reality that I had to observe and I had to evaluate, I had to assess, and I had to make decisions on. What I'm not going to do is be trapped in something that I don't control, worrying and sitting up and doing. I'm going to release it. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to find the people who will send me positive energy. I'm going to find the people who will love on me. I'm going to find the people who will walk and build and grow and pour in. I'm going to find the people who can acknowledge what I am and who I am. I don't go around trying to make people be what they're not. And in doing that, I allow them to be, and I can be okay with them being who they are, and hope that they grow into something that, and again, it isn't for me to sit up and judge whether there's something of value or not. Every person is valuable. Every person is on a journey. Some people are so broken that they break things. You've got to be okay with that. Then there are other people that are so consumed by all that they've been through that they can only see life through a certain lens. The one thing my work has done is it's made me more tolerant and accepting of people in their journey. Number one, because I'm in mine. And if I'm honest with myself, There were some things that I could have done differently when I look back over my life as a teenager, a guy in his 20s, a guy in his 30s, and even in his 40s. I can see where there was things that I could have done differently, and all I can do is sit up and say, Rick, be better. So my goal is to wake up every day better than the day that I went, better than the man I was the day before, to go to sleep at night better than the man that woke up. And if I consistently find ways to do that, then I'm improving. I'm improving in capacity. I'm improving in love. I'm improving in power. I'm improving in my ability to reach people and help people and live in my purpose. What am I saying? I'm saying that at some point, you've got to learn how to let go and be thankful. You got to learn how to put gratitude first. You got to learn how to understand life isn't about ease. Life isn't about everything lying down for you. Life isn't about everybody doing exactly what you want them to. Life is about persistent and consistently moving towards something you believe in, you stand on, you desire, you're fighting for it. Anything worth having is going to be on the other side of fear, on the other side of pain, on the other side of sacrifice, on the other side of delay, on the other side of hardship. You're not going to find the good stuff hiding in the comfort of non-riskful behavior. You're going to have to risk your vulnerability if you want to feel intimacy. And sometimes people will fail you in that area. You're going to have to risk having to be accountable if you want to express your discipline and your growth. You're going to have to be willing to be able to sit up and say, I am going to live at a level and a standard in direct correspondence to my character. I'm going to exercise the strength of my integrity to stay within the bounds of what I have established in this standard. And if I step out, I'm going to allow people to tap me on the shoulder and tell me, that's not who you say you are. That's not what you claim to be. That's not where you said you were going. That's not what you said you were going to do. And then sit up and make the necessary corrections to rather. I've never claimed to be perfect. I've said this for more than 30 years. I don't preach, teach, lecture, or write from a platform of perfection. I'm a man in process that desires to be something of power and leave a legacy of influence that changes lives. And in that, I'm going to run into constantly the idea of my humanity, the idea of my fallibility. But what I will not do is be defined by my mistakes, defined by past hurts, defined by pain. I'm going to be defined by my perseverance. I'm going to be defined by my relentlessness. I'm going to be defined by my focus. I'm going to be defined by my love. I'm going to be defined by the fact that I will not give up, turn around, relent, surrender, nor retreat. That will be my legacy. He took some bumps and bruises, but he didn't quit. In the midst of some of his darkest moments, I heard him say, thank you. In the midst of times of despair and feeling like he was alone, he loved on others. That's going to be my legacy, that I touched lives. I found a way to be grateful no matter the situation or the circumstance. I learned that gratitude was the gateway to abundance, and I refused to shut the gate. We have the ability to set the tone of our lives daily. We have the ability to set the state of our minds daily. But what we often do is allow our circumstances and how others are behaving to dictate our path and how we frame our visual observations and emotional observations of what's going on. We are allowing our perspective to be jarred by temporary and temporal circumstances instead of understanding the passion and the purpose, understanding the design. The designer gave you a design. The design has an attached gift. The gift will make room for you. The gift will bring you before great men. The gift will knock down walls. The gift will push you through fear. The gift will take you places that you can't imagine, but you're going to have to release the pain. You're going to have to embrace the opportunity to love. It's hard to experience love when you're not willing to step out and move into the vulnerability. that opens you up to being hurt again. But you're trying to, and you're wondering why, situation after situation, because you haven't released the pain. And you're trying to experience something with the gate shut. You don't know how many people come to me and they're frustrated and they're asking, why isn't it working? Why, I'm doing. No, you think because you're there that everything is, you think because you're doing this. Let me tell you something though, as long as the gate is shut, what they need from you, they can't get, and what they're trying to give you, you can't receive. And you're seeing the entire picture through the lens that's being marred by the gate. And that's in anything. That's in business. That's in romantic relationships. That's in parenting. That's in dealing with your parents. That's in all of those things. You're going to have to release the pain. You're going to have to find a way to focus on love, focus on power, reclaim your personal sovereignty. Stop giving your power to your pain and the source of your pain. On that note, look, I'm going to shut down. I could talk about this all day because there's so much power in gratitude. Just the state of mind of gratitude lifts your frequency and your vibration as much as 350 to 400 points on a Hertz scale. It can take you from depression to a place of peace just by knowing how to be grateful. Look, on that note, look, I'm gonna get ready to get out here. Like I said, if you're looking for an opportunity to work with me on a one-on-one capacity, which is not going to be as accessible and available as it has in the past, moving into 2023, I am reducing the number of one-on-one sessions I'm having. And the first opportunities are going to go with clients who are already with me and grandfathered in. They get to determine whether they want to re-up before a person who is new can come in and claim that slot. So if you want to work with me, there are two different offers I think that are exceptional in the description box. If you need healing, if you need access to a place in your life, in your mind, in your desires that you haven't seemed to been able to connect with, if you desire to be better than where you are, to grow intentionally with a purpose, with a sense of direction, and with a plan, this is an opportunity to do that. On that note, look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. That should be your focus. Don't go to the grave, or don't leave this life taking with you potential, something you were supposed to use and fulfill in this life, but it's untapped or it's half touched. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stand up. Make up in your mind that you're going to leave a legacy. The beautiful thing I tell people a lot is the first half of my life was about me. Not so much in what most people would consider negative, but it was about me proving who I was. It was about what I could get, what I could have, where I could live, what I could drive, about showing people what I had become. It was about me. It was a fulfillment or a personal self-stroking of my ego, so to speak. But the second half of my life has been about legacy. What am I leaving behind that will speak of me long after I'm gone? This legacy thing is an awesome thing. The legacy is an awesome thing. I'm not trying to leave a legacy of perfection. I'm just leaving a legacy of a man that's committed. And on that note, I challenge you to do the same. I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day. I'm out.